Believe it or not, we are just a month away from Friday Night Lights. How is that possible?
Crazy.
Felt like summer just started. High school football set to kick off August 19th. It's 1 month from right now, but there is a problem because before we get there, the sport is facing a bit of a problem. Declining numbers of officials.
We were talking a lot about this in the newsroom earlier. Big story, a lot of people talking about it. Neil Fisher is here tonight. So Neil, the question is, why aren't there as many officials this year as in the past?
So I learned of a few reasons today. The first one, most notably, is the low pay that officials are receiving in Ohio and the negativity that comes from parents and coaches during games. The Cleveland Football Officials Association is trying to retain officials and recruit new ones, so they're asking for better pay. Right now, the average pay in Ohio is $72 a game, but it really depends on what conference you're in. The association wants an incremental increase that would start this year at $80 per game and go up by $10 for the next 2 years until officials receive $100 per game. If the request isn't met, there may be some referees that sit out week 1.
We gave them a survey. Originally, we asked how many guys are willing to sit out week 1 if, in fact, that conference that you're working in doesn't pay at least $80 a game. And 8 out of every 10 said they would boycott the games.
Games are being rescheduled to give officials enough time to cover more games, but it isn't making up for the time commitment that it takes to referee a high school football game. Most officials get to games at least an hour and a half before kickoff, spending more time at the field while making less money. The Cleveland Football Officials Association sent out a memo asking for these increased fees for officials back in February. And now as we get closer to the goal line, some conferences appear to be pushing back, causing the officials to consider boycotting week 1 of their games.
All right, when I first heard about this story, my immediate question was, okay, so where are Ohio's officials on the pay scale compared to the other 50 states? Are we at least middle of the road?
Not even middle of the road. Ohio ranks 7th lowest in the country, $72 per hour, per game, excuse me. And then one thing I thought stood out as well is there's 19 states that pay at least $100 per game for officials. So it's not uncommon to see this number that these officials here in northeast Ohio are asking for.
Yeah, and when you consider how big high school football is in the state of Ohio, it's, I think, 3rd or 4th in terms of Division I players or high school players that go on to play Division I football. We shouldn't be 43rd in the country on our pay for officials. Hopefully they rectify that.
We'll see.
Neil, thanks for spotlighting the problem.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thanks, Neil.